So once more, I'd like to welcome you to our IT leaders panel. And these women are not only women leaders, but they are IT leaders in their organizations. And what I do is I just ask them to introduce themselves. I mean, you've seen their bios linked to the CodeCrush page, but I thought I'd let them briefly introduce themselves and start us off with a few questions, and then hopefully you'll have a lot of questions, right? Like you did in the morning. So, and teachers, please jump in if you have questions from your perspective. Sure.
Hi, my name is Richelle, Simmons daughter. I'm with TV Ameritrade. I grew up in Omaha, graduated from Lynne High School, 1983. And I did what most high school students do, and that is get as far from Nebraska as I possibly can. And I went to Georgetown University for business degree. So I am one of the unicorns that went from business to technology. I spent the majority of my career in marketing and brand management, and all of that activity, if you want to be part of businesses, is judging. So my role has evolved in the past 20 years. I've been working. And I now am with TV Ameritrade, and I lead a team that is responsible for online optimization, how the website performs, how it delivers against business objectives, and how we measure the data and analytics as far as the site performance, and how we can mine that and use that for sites. So that's what my team does. It's really exciting work. I love it. It changes all the time. It's challenging. And we look forward to answering any questions or talking about how we can encourage you to do something that we'll find to be really
This is Courtney, and I work at Cheryl, Nebraska. And my child is strange. I grew up in the 80s. I graduated early 80s from high school. I was good at math and science, but computer science was fairly new. It wasn't even offered at all colleges. I decided to start out engineering and whatever, and there's systems of engineering for a while, and so on computer science. But then I took a hard left turn and joined the Navy, and flew in the Navy for about 6 years. And so when I got out, my tech skills were pretty stale. So I went into manufacturing for a while, which was interesting because I could move to see organization, which is also what I did. It was like, but then I wanted to get back into technology. I really missed the creativity of technology. So did some classes and got back into that and started as a programmer, developed the side from some creative stuff, and then decided that I was missing people parts and go back and manage on the technical side. And I was CIO at CodeCrush in high school, and now I've got a new gig that so transition.
I'm Cheryl. I made the path to where I am as also in my university, and it's I actually come from computer science because I thought for 40 years, and we wrote code on your centers. Of course, when you were just learning about science degrees, and degrees are engineering. I started out engineering design. Science work. So I did write some code when I went to school. I said, I worked in the insurance system for a while. And I started at the company, so observed goals. So I went into IT, and I worked at many different companies. Sometimes I full-time employees, sometimes I consultants. I worked in the manufacturing industry, both in insurance, transportation, genetic sequencing, and things like that. So it's a good logic. And
it goes.
and I also, those are some good things. I've done code, I've engineered data centers, we have members of my
just really my name is Nancy Baldwin, and I serve as the Chief Information Officer for the my background is diverse as well. I actually have degrees in horticulture and studied technology and food science at Cornell University, and came to Nebraska to work with farmers and row crops, and ended up in IT. My first actual IT job was here at this university, in this building. They just built it not long after I was hired here as an adjunct, and I taught some classes here. Hardest job on earth besides being a parent. Teachers, you rock because it takes so much. And then I ended up working at the North Roosevelt, starting out as a tech director in over the years at one teacher role of CIO. And we do a lot of stuff. But the things that I've learned the most is that when you learn how to learn, and learn how to solve problems, you can do anything. It's not really IT or science or you can go to medicine, it doesn't matter. So when you're going through this, soak up as much as you can, because it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be an IT professional, but know that you can do anything once you learn how to do this stuff.
My name is Lynne Baldwin. I'm president of Baldwin Hackers. We are a software company. Our buyer said if you want a company to be part of you, you should be in that yourselves. I'm the oldest one here, class of 64. I was in science class when I was a senior in college in Boston. Teaching computer science. I do my code. With my degree in computer science, I was actually on faculty here and in 1979 I went to business. And I created software here. Customer service in Chicago. We did hosting software. So things are organized. So one of the vice presidents and I usually have to do in the morning, and we study the cash out. New cash turns the hands for you. In about 1985, my husband also has a science degree, so I had him start in the company. And so we did. The business since 1986, we do a lot of custom software. We have people on our staff who are almost all technical, software programmers, testers, tech writers, managers. And just so you know, it's a career path. I was president of Lynne, so anyway, I would encourage you to really take a hard look at reading computer science. We as a company work with science degrees. We do a lot of really hard software and really good software, and we are looking for really good software. Our people who apply, the numbers of people who apply to science degrees is very low. Once we do have excellent and organization, so I would encourage you to really science degree.
Good evening. I am Judith Henderson, and you might tell from my accent I am not from Omaha. I originally moved here 5 years ago from San Antonio, Texas, where I worked at a company called USA that services the military community. The first half of my career was spent on the business side, which was around reason management. And so until I was 31 and had my daughter, I was always a manager on the business side. Then I had my daughter, and while I could do anything at work, anything with any problems, like a lot of you in this room, I could solve it. When I had a child, that all changed. She was in total control, I did not know what I was doing. So I thought, I probably shouldn't be managing a team of 21 here. Take care of this child at home. I want her to live. So I took myself out of management and got into an individual contributor role at that time. It was a lot of stress for me. I didn't know how to do all these women at work were saying, oh, it's something natural. Just comes so natural. Oh my gosh, can I keep in mind? She's on that spot. And when I took a year off, that's when I came back as an individual recruiter. I went into the technical side of the equation. I had always served in project teams and in activities from a business perspective. When I got back into management, technical part of the equation, so I had a business and IT was certainly involved to be able to make that translation. And eventually got back into management, and then about 5 years ago, a very good leader of mine recruited me at Omaha, and I now work at Regional Omaha, Senior Vice President of Information Services. Just like a lot of these women up here, we do all kinds of things from that traditional coding, from project management, running an IT organization, all those different things. There's every aspect of running a business when you're part of an IT organization. So it's not always just coding, it's data, analytics, decisions, all kinds of things. So I highly encourage you to explore science and technology to a degree that maybe you didn't think you would take yourself into.
Thank you. We'll do it to start the question. We have two audience.
Dollars still living.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is something that they're doing a lot. I think for hardworking and you've been working for a while, you have lots of accomplishments. I would say one of the biggest accomplishment I was working as a contractor to rural it's 2 years for a project together. It included housing, 60 and it was about technology, but it was really technical work. So it was a structure to get all this work done and to be able to measure things getting done. IT background, project review, and small problems, we get things together, knowing where the beginning is and knowing where the end is, and that allows me to be successful. It was a great running, actually. Done meetings for 2 years, so I get to do it.
So my question would be in the IT world that it helped me understand successful in IT. For me, it was when I joined the Navy cyber graduate, so and just commercial lines, aviation, everything else. Well, it's because they're really hard on you to so they try to get you to drop out every day. So the Marine Corps Colonel Service, that's the mission. So I think getting through that 16 weeks Marines, version and realizing that if you want anything bad enough, serve you very well throughout. So, that was another environment in the 1970s this way too. Sometimes you don't feel you want the majorities, sometimes you don't want the process or whatever, and so it was that. I'll tell you what, served you well, it's going to be much stronger.
I think, like I said, there's a lot of successes, and they go on your resume because they're big and they're those kind of things. Really interesting just about LinkedIn. But it's the small stuff that happens every single day. I think as a leader, it's not these big projects and these huge deliverables that are going to show up on something before. You've got to recognize that every single day you make progress, you make a win. And I think as a leader and as someone who is responsible for encouraging a team, looking for those small opportunities, just to get through that day, just to keep delivering, because you're also going to have failures along the way. You have to learn from those too. And in order to talk candidly with people and be receptive to those, what went wrong here, you have to have that credibility that you earned by being there to celebrate the small successes of others.
Like everybody said, there are a lot of successes, just getting through a lot of stuff. But we have 6 children. 4 of them might be worth 2 of them are exceptional. They're either all in college or have degrees. My stepson is finishing a PhD in computation and science. I have a senior here in accounting, a senior here in mathematics. There's a son and a daughter at this school. We have a 19-year-old who's a junior in mechanical engineering and accounting, and the youngest one turned 18 yesterday. Yeah. And she's majoring in theater, but she studied lots of STEM disciplines, and she took AP calculus and chemistry, and she was programming and doing Cisco network academy stuff in middle school. And her first PowerPoint was when she was 6, and it was about her brother being chased by a car and being hurt badly. So, but she learned how to use PowerPoint 6, so she can't really be mad about that. But it's like everybody said, it's the big stuff, but it's the little stuff, and then it's the personal stuff and the professional stuff. But the big thing for me is the leadership that comes from it. The one thing that I've settled on is that it's the people that make the difference in whatever you do. I've been around for a little while because it's okay for me to settle on that. And the other thing is leadership is so important. And it takes big things and little things to recognize that all of those are successes, but it's the leadership that you have within you and bringing that out and recognizing that I am a leader, because in the beginning it's most scary, you resist that and don't embrace it because it's part of who you are, and use it because it does make a difference in your life.
Any other questions?
What would you say was your biggest work of the year?
Personal, it's personal, not professional. But for me, it was starting my career as children. 30 years old, baby. I was traveling internationally at that time. I was regional marketing Asia Pacific water company. So you can imagine I spent a lot of time on the road. And this is again where you have to accept a little bit of failure, or just that it's okay in life. But I left the job. I had the position I wanted, and I needed to be at that level, and then stepped away from it. And at the time, it felt like career suicide. It felt like it's over, and I'm okay with that because I had what I wanted in my personal life with finally having a child. But then reentering the workforce is hard. I went back into a position that wasn't a level which I was in before, and just kind of had to start over. And I think it's humbling, but it's also a chance to believe in yourself and recognize like these skills that you have, you will always carry with you, no matter what your job title is, no matter what company you work for, no matter what function you perform. That's who you are, and
Well, we started a company, and we were 2 of us, and we could take care of ourselves just fine. And we decided that we had to stop. So we're running a couple of partners, and we could also be in a position to take themselves. And we sat down and thought that a long time. I heard you really wanted to go parking. So it's a huge step when you start from home. And also one of the hardest things you have to make a decision on. You heard people, they have jobs, they have kids in school. You have to be there to pay sure that we're coming in, that they can work on, so we can be successful. That's a huge step.
Questions?
Okay.
So, also, I think it's going to be a conversation. No. Right, so I spent a lot of time in meetings with friends. There was a lot of my back to my app that days when it started out. It was a similar kind of thing where I really what's going to happen because something like breaking me. So, and that thing doesn't continue to my work, so I think that was probably but a lot of the stuff I'm involved now is strategic, sort of. So that's, I think, one of the most valuable things I have about the
Hey, Chris.
last week, skills, problem-solving ability, the ability to think in systems, also have organizational models.
I think for a lot of people, when they start out in a technology career, there's a lot of diversity in your name, and that's just given experience that you have. So when I started out, I wrote it's like Susan said, if something blew up the night before, then I would be fixing it, but I thought it was going to be building something new that day. That's not what I have to do. Initial testing and at that time I heard that seemed a lot of really different stuff. And over time that seems to be more similar. And then you get into management, that changes everything. Because Lynne was saying you start having to be responsible for other people. It just adds this whole new paradigm to what you're doing. So that typical thing, we probably all spend most of our days in things, but the content is different, and something still might go wrong, you just don't know what that's going to be, it's going to do your job, that's your job, whatever that is, and frequency problem-solving skills to the table, so it is complicated, it's hard to say what a typical day is, but we know that it's needed to, and there are always many problems to solve.
My company is small, it's very usually I think 60%, and they are and I think it's a little different because I get but this last week, I think actually really management, customers, restaurants, and else. So then I'm phone calls with them. It's this year, well, that's the thing doesn't have as much resources. I've also been looking at hiring people, there's new positions, been on the phones with customers, I've been working some projects, and they just know that coding work. So that's not, but if you want me to test software, so I also test the software. So it's very diverse. The main thing is every day something. Customer calls up and says, I'm going to do that software. Right over there. Yeah, I see it. So it depends on what you've done and where you want to do that. Where you are in your company. And most of my time working is focused to make sure the projects are on time or working on so it can be very contracts and just learn how to be people. See if they can really work on so typical week for me with, you know, some of the things there, but I would add to the equation. At least once a week, I'm going to have someone who comes to me about it. So routinely, I will have someone that come visit me, and their wife was just diagnosed with something. So I'll work with that person as they work through that option. Or I'll have someone else whose parent passed away unexpectedly. And so you have that opportunity. So you get to help people or you're away from a leadership perspective, just because you're in technology in a very logical field that manages systems that you still have people. So at least one can be there when they just got engaged. And they're really, really excited. So you have the people aspect of the job too, which is making sure that you're helping people successful. So in addition to the meetings, that can be very critical. Working through the problem solving. Bottom line is that everything you do to solve problems in that regular work day and day. Right, no. We never English, elementary school, you walk current day. Current day, thank you. Well, I had the students to do it. Everybody either a pilot or a doctor. That's my kids. I did things not. Well, that's what fun. And I said, but it's very productive, so it's not interesting. So when Donald Trump started that show, the Apprentice, I said, what's I do? I saw politics. Not like him. But really, regardless of what you do, you got an opportunity to make a decision. I said, all the communities do every day. Lots of people have trauma. And I think that even in science and technology, you start to get comfortable with enough information so that you can make a decision, but you don't have to have everything. People can make decisions and decisions are really going to do well in any field. So I think that I typically make and being here from helping someone with a traumatic life experience, celebrating with someone, solving problems.
Well, I'm in nonprofit, so I don't do anything on a regular basis. But there's two of us on our team, and I bring in two contractors whenever we need extra help. But I do have approval to add another person part-time starting May. So I know we've got 11 sites. We have about 250 to 60 employees. Everybody has an email address. Everybody has a lead contact with Unified Communications. We serve about 1,800 kids a day over all the sites, and we have computers in every club. And so we have lots of connected things and stuff, things breaking, and you don't get to do what you plan to do. It typically happens on Monday, it seems. And so we have virtual desktops. So this week, on Monday, the accountants moved into virtual desktop. And if you don't know this, accountants like to be able to do their work as soon as they sit at their desk. So now it's interesting for a couple hours, so we're trying to figure out how can they put the desktop. Because you can't ever tell them that, but that's what you're thinking as you're trying to fix it. And so I got a chance to we do things like helping people fix the virtual desktops and get back online. Then the printers work. Managing the programs and Cisco brand. By the way, I have handouts for you for the Cisco brand. I'm trying to get 10,000 people to use their software. So I'm going to try to count all of you in this room and at least 10 of your friends. So share this. But it's really cool stuff, and I'll pass these out. I consulted on, my background's in horticulture, so I consulted on a health and obesity grant today and yesterday. It seems to be a little effort to get this done. And I went to the YP Summit today. You guys know about the Nutrition Summit. It was all about STEM. That was awesome. They had pictures of Stockdale Station. There were earthworms. Who likes earthworms? You know that's science, right? As far as STEM. Okay. So there is a photo of adult earthworms, baby earthworms, and eggs. So if you really get into zoology, I have some photos that I like to share with you. And I got a chance to work with kids doing Scratch. How many of you have done Scratch before? Yay! So we did Scratch, we're making video games, and we looked up Makey Susie's Makey before. Awesome! Banana piano, who knows what that is? Yay! So we have to drop off some Makey so you guys can find that. So my week is all over the place. I work with adults, I work with kids, I work with people in the community, and it is never, ever dull. I always get a chance to do stuff that I love to do, which is part of the problem because people rarely see them.
First of all, I want to say that what we do when you don't realize is all very impressive, and it's hard to impress and inspire all around to people that have so much to do. So, and also, what made you want to end up where you are today as a child? If you have like told you about this and so that you can just find out to talk.
Hi, she.
What was it that you
I didn't start out to learn. Well, I did have a voc teacher in high school. I actually learned how to weld and do all this stuff. I grew up in a small town in Louisiana. It was a little country. We did a lot of stuff. I was in everything in that country. But the one thing he told me is that if you go into agriculture, you will always have a job because people always have to eat. The other thing is that when you go to school for agriculture, you realize that it's science. And once you learn how to do science and STEM and problem solving, you can always work at anything, as I mentioned before. And what I like about what's happening today is the convergence of IT into everything. And so if you love food, you can pair it with IT. IT with anything. And I get a chance to do the stuff I like every day, and I do like helping people, but it's the excitement and the discovery and watching young people like you have aha moments. I love witnessing aha moments. That's why I do it.
For me, I had a teacher that was just phenomenal at introducing computers in a small town in Minnesota. And so he was a huge factor in it. My dad was kind of on the other side, so that was very fun. And my dad was on the other side, very employable. So those two, both things were playing as far as influences in my life. That's in this way. And I think as I got through college and maybe I really understood that power of helping people be satisfied by creating solutions or helping on a personal level or whatever. That's what guided me where I'm at.
Currently, I have a question here.
So what's the biggest difference between IT and development?
Well, I think it's still let's start. Everything was there, and I used to teach a class with computer history. We look at it, and I happened to heard this one day, check their advice, and it was look out and realize what it was how nutrition that you check or send to, and it wasn't a push card, it was a little piece of paper. You coded out your name, all that stuff. So you come a long way from push thing is, this was, used to be called bumps. You might be sizing those right, and that's where you see it. But now, drive, and it's plus, it's $1,000. So, it's one reason.
I think some of the changes, it happens every day, you know, it's the differences, but, that, I went to school, first of all, I didn't know, I would have never had that level of exposure. And, even when I was in college, we didn't know presses, and, you know, I took classes, one class in management, but yet I was a business student, you know, so things have really changed. But even entering the workforce, that we didn't all have email addresses. You know, to communicate, to think that you didn't personally assign every associated email address. And now, new hires coming into TD Ameritrade don't know as much about IM. And I think, you know, so there's all these changes, just everything's changed so rapidly, and the workforce has had to adapt to the changes. But it also, you know, as or I guess that I knew a time before I am, it also means that how people communicate is different. And the fact that, you know, do you stop over to someone's desk and clarify the problem, or are you trying to figure it out over IM, or, you know, what you, the civics of the conversation with someone. So there have been a lot of enhancements, a lot of changes, but I also think that some of the basics we just kind of miss in terms of communication and interaction.
I think that's really exciting. If I were your shoes to this point, what you can solve for problems is all the advances that have been made. So I got my job on enough that I wear assessments and all that. What I've seen at see what's going to come in. And they've got stuff that all wearable technology that's coming actually monitor, you know, the glucose and sensing straight up. The problems you guys are going to be able to solve is just amazing, so exciting. So that's a that would be good. Which I'm thinking wasn't so bad.
Both of law took a class in computer science, and he said, why don't you take some class in computer science? And when you works for IM for the business policy, so it's
I think anyone that encourages you to further your education, you know, whether or not that's a teacher, a mentor, a colleague that you work with. But for me, my dad taught me technology and girl. Congratulations. And so when I went to work for a car company, he said, you know, I don't want you to be the girl that doesn't know anything about cars. And of course, I grew up around cars, training enough. He said, no, formal training around cars. And so I took courses on technologies in college. And sure enough, when I got for another company, I'm in with all men and, you know, engineering, marketing, is predominantly men, and I'm the only one actually knows cars. And the so I think, you know, if you want to succeed, you just have to figure out what you're going to do to maintain that and have that edge. It's just, so that they can go your job, right? You have to make a living. But I think too, what's important is to study things that you care about, that you're interested in, and write work.
so open to my math and engineering, and I did take some computer science classes when I left it. I sort of had some of my other peripheral classes, literature, history, maybe didn't study as much. And as I've grown through the years, I regretted that I didn't take every opportunity to learn everything that I could. Because you can always draw that between amongst all those things that you might do through industry and technology, but it isn't. And so I think just going to school and learn this and go get a job in this, and you're still don't know what's going to happen. You don't know where you're going to be 10 years from now, so minds open to learning. Learn about cars so that you'll have options if your car breaks down. Learn about all different aspects of technology so that if an opportunity comes open and you're going to do something a little bit different, you're open to doing that. So I would say I think that's just a cultural shift over time that people are a little more open-minded to learning what rides that journey.
Any more questions?
How many times have you guys not? Because I got a business degree and I'm now in the tech. So it's very easy for my child's education at home, but I attend Creighton and working on a master's in technology. So because I do think you have to keep learning, these are courses that I would take as an undergrad changed. It's easier now, most of it's online. So yeah, I think you have to keep some of them and you can always be a student. There's nothing wrong.
Entrepreneurs not come back to college with a full semester or a full master's degree. I think one of the best things about technology is that we are all specifically offered quite a bit of training opportunity as jobs. So I went straight through school, got my master's degree, and back full time. But every opportunity to go learn about new technology, new platforms, I'm very passionate about strategic planning, and so I was committing to have conferences and seminars about that. So I think it may not always be that you're going back for a week, but we all continue to learn, and I do think technology affords just a wealth of opportunities there. I can say that we have significant budget for every single associate to consider training so they can stay up to date, so that they can continue to grow and blossom as a professional.
Since technology is advancing at such an incredible rate, do you think that maybe there's some technology you just don't necessarily need? Like, for example, the smart cards, which are in a position of being hacked, and somebody could possibly join your car, and somebody can just go terribly. I think there are just some things that we don't necessarily need in our society.
Yeah, I think the one thing as someone who works in the technology field is that technology is easier than business strategy or decision should actually do something. So just because you can build it doesn't mean it's a viable product. And at T, we're training for speaking about trading in cars, like a watch and wearables and all of these things. And T is a little bit more conservative company will probably never be on the early cycle of innovation in those regards. But it is something that you'll struggle with. The first reason you learn to an organization is, think about what the business goals really are and the best way to achieve those. Because it will be easier to come up with a technology solution than to make some of those products. Solution. They can come up with something and you can use the marketplace and why it is successful.
a lot of things
That's a Courtney.
Last two questions.
Since you're all successful and stuff, I was wondering, it's too personal. Did you say you were outgoing personalities or were sort of shy? No, always looked like successful, forceful people. Just wondering, were any of you kind of shy and quiet, or were you all outgoing?
I should have started at 19. Yeah, I was shy. Still to this day, those experiences were social. I'm very social with people now. I don't know if that's extreme. I want to work through it because obviously but that's fine. Yeah. So.
Not so right. And then when I say something else about this, we're all supportive of each other. I was not the first time. We make productive to each other. I've known Susan for a long time. A little longer, I think, and Judith and I were in the same company for a little while. So, we're all in different places now, but we're also there for each other in all kinds of ways. And some of them are women oriented, but some of them are just technology oriented or business oriented or whatever. But it's important whether you're shy or you're not shy, that you make friends at work, that you have something that you can talk to, and if you have to go to a cocktail party or you're probably know anybody, there will be somebody there that you know, or if you have something that you can take with you to do that. So it's, I think, something that we probably do in our homes. As far as being supportive of each other, we take the role, or we have to go into the role that's not really our comfort. So we have to talk to somebody to be honest. If you are a little bit more shy or uncomfortable around speaking or voicing, I think finding that person, that advocate for you, will help. Because it's my job as a leader. I know on my team who I need to draw out and just into the conversation. And that's my job because I want to bring this thing out. And it's my job to give those people a voice. But I also need those people that have a harder time with this. Let me know, how can I help? Does it make you uncomfortable if I ask for that? And you want me to see you later. You know what? Those are things that if it's a challenge for you, find an advocate, find somebody that will hear your voice, and you can get through that together, and you can figure out those ways to better communicate. As long as you identify that's a personal option.
And I in my school, my plan was to be a double postdoc, so I would not have to go to a job because I like doing stuff all alone, and I wanted to be that way. But then I got a job as a sales rep, and it helped me get off the fear of no. And you strike up a conversation, and I was at a Minster, an IT Minster the other night. I heard a guy said that he was in sales, and he gave up his soul and ripped out his heart to be in sales. I'm like, oh my God, you had the wrong job. Sales is not about that. It's about finding a win and helping people. So either you had a bad sales trainer, and that just was not his thing. But I would echo everything that everybody
everyone else is saying. And the other thing I would encourage is if you have that strengths finders or something like that, do that. It helps you figure out or give words to what you already know about yourself, and it gives you words to give to other people so that they know how to communicate with you and how to help you, just like she was saying. Because you know how you might connect to yourself, but you don't always know how to phrase that. And picking someone with the strength finders book and certainly what your strengths are helps them figure out how to communicate.
One last question. All right. So, as you know, these are all 8th and 9th grade girls. They're far away from where you are, and they're looking at you and saying, man, oh, that seems exciting, but how do I get there? Right? So, if you were to give them one advice, right now, the time they are in life, what would that be?
So for me, I guess I would say value every experience, whether it's educational or experiences that you get through internships or whatever experiences you have. Cheryl referenced it earlier. There are so many patterns in life and so many analogies and so many things that can help you that would be the only advice I would give.
So I agree. I continue to the opportunities that you have, for education people, what it's so important. I also think having confidence in yourself, knowing what those strengths are, and just being confident that you have a lot to offer, what that is. You have something, and I think that can really carry you very far. I would just say keep going, and remember what happens. And one of my favorite phrases is we make plans and God plans. So set your goals, go for it, and if something comes along and you end up taking a left or right turn, that's fine. Keep going, keep going. Life is this great adventure. I did not have in mind at your age or any time it's not happening. I said, I'm going to be licensed in IT. And, that was the goal. The goal was to work, to add value, to be good to the people that I work with, and enjoy the culture, and enjoy the clients, and just going. I was just going to say, one of the things I would say in junior high school, my father had one class. They were very much intent that I would go to college, and they were intent that I would take classes in school, and I was motivated, I was wanting to do that, but I tried to take every single class I could because the goal was to go to college, and we always had this one time in the day called study hour. You take study hour, you take your class, always took another class. So I would encourage you, any opportunity you have in school to take classes as opposed to studying all. Echo everything everyone said. Learn at every opportunity, but most of all, be true to yourself. Trust the voice that you have inside, and you know when it's calibrated to where you are hearing the right thing. And just when you hear it, you gotta act on it though. It's one thing to hear it and then just let it go. Trust yourself enough to act on it. I would say that smart people learn from their own mistakes and wise people learn from others. So whatever you can do to learn from somebody else's experiences without robbing your own, do that. It accelerates your career immensely. When you have an open mind and you're able to listen to what other people have been through and take advantage of that so that you can make your own kids in a different new territory instead of the same ones. So when your mom never tell you, mom, listen.
Well, let's thank the panel. each of you. Class, and Richelle can pass this along. We also know branding. So. Well, thank you for all the great questions. Thank you all. We're going to go to the room where we are moving.